Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. I am with the team of Karmma Calling, and as the word holds a lot of significance here, I am of course with the team, and very sitting right next to me is an actor who I deeply admire and love because of the way she has called out on people's karma when required in real life as well. and and Varun.
This is why I don't work with friends.
And Varun and Namrata aptly adding and shouldering that thought, I'm sure. Well, we'll get more into that. क्या अच्छा लगा introduction सही था?
Totally, you are my karma calling right now at this moment.
But I love that. We might have said it as a statement and smiled over it. It takes a lot to call out and to also ask people and make them realize in rooms that they don't give you respect. You've always done that, particularly for women, and that's where I was going with it. The show shoulders on the principal character who is getting revenge, but also in some way fighting for her self-respect. And so are the other people and the women there, right?
True.
You've been doing this for a while in an industry that has not been very fair sometimes to the female actors also. I want to know how difficult that was for you and how you continue to just be the way you are.
Well, it was a tough phase, but I think there are challenges and struggles in everyone's life. Not to take away that, oh, I'm the only one who faced that. In fact, there are so many interviews and so many now that I'm seeing that actually I'm probably not the only person that happened to.
Yeah.
So there has been that kind of a struggle. And yes, you were right, there were not too many people supporting because it was, something that was an unspoken rule about, always probably heroes having the last word at that time. But I'm glad that there's a lot more awareness now. There's a lot more equal opportunities now. It has kind of opened out in a way, and the fact that now everyone is careful before they kind of get into a situation where they'd be messing up. So, which I think is a great and a safe work atmosphere to be in.
Absolutely. So who are you channelizing when you're doing that whole Indrani?
When I did Indrani, I channelized my Rudrani. It was totally from Rudrani to Indrani.
I asked that because it comes effortlessly to you.
Totally, completely. Guess who's my best friend?
इतना बिल्कुल भी नहीं. I wish my personality was that commanding कि room में enter करते ही लोग ऐसे चुप हो जाए. But you kind of have that in a very happy way.
सब डर के चुप हो जाते.
Ravs, that's not true at all.
I'm speaking for you, not for me.
Not really also here. But I love that. There is a certain, it must have been so much fun to play a character like that, where, you could put in a little of the swag that you've seen over the years. A lot of male characters actually get to do that often. You've channelized that in a way. And I know it's so different from who you are, because you enter a room, you're a ray of sunshine and give people the warmest hugs. And she's like this cold wind that you just want to let pass by. Aptly described, isn't it?
Yeah, there were a lot of moments where Ruchi had to come to me and say, this is Indrani, not Raveena. Indrani ko manifest karo. So yeah, there were times where I had to restrain myself, and I was playing someone completely different from what I am in real life. So that does happen, but then I have been taking on these challenges for quite a while. Whether from playing a Bihari housewife in Shul, to a corrupt politician in Satta, to being a cop, not exactly Himachali, but a Pahari cop in Aranyak, to being the Prime Minister and commanding in KGF2. Yeah. So it's been varied to a little bit shades of grey and Ux, starting from there. So it's been quite varied as to what I've tried to do, and I've tried to do. I don't know how far I've been like really successful in
Stop
pushing that.
Modest.
But
has been.
but the thing is that even in this, it was something that really excited me to do away from what I have done so far. And I've been lucky. I've got this projects happening where I've got these roles of swag, whether it was the KGF2 swag or it was the ये करना बड़ा जरूरी है, नहीं तो कान के नीचे.
Exactly.
That's also a different swag altogether. कान के नीचे बजाएंगे.
And I think it's so much fun, right? Because I see you enjoying doing that when you're on screen.
It's fun. It's fun.
Varun and Namrata, I know this is a big one for both of you, right? And like she was rightly saying, she's seen through it. She's also never had someone who was leading. For someone who's done reality shows also, and for someone who's now, an influencer and it's very difficult, right? Your lives are completely out there. There was a mystique in the era that Raveena was, because you didn't have that. And there's so much that the world knows about you. And I feel like there is so much judgment.
Right.
And a lot of actors have said that actually affects casting at times, because, sometimes for good and sometimes for not good.
Yeah.
This is while you're getting that big break and we're talking so much about the world that we're a part of. I want to know, how have you maneuvered through that? For both of you, it's a similar question.
I think from being in the reality world and from being on social media, you are putting yourself out there for everybody to see who you are, what you do. But especially like being in the reality world, people get to know a little too much about you. And I consciously made a decision of leaving all of that. And I was trying not to put everything out there. I was trying to keep my personal life personal after a certain point. And it took me a good 2 years to do that until I started auditioning again. Because I very consciously wanted to make that switch happen. And you're right, it's not easy, but it's what you want to do in life and how much you love what you do. So I chased that and I knew what I had to do for it and made the changes, and good things happened.
But did you feel that because of the reality show that you've done, कि casting का भी को लगता है कि पता नहीं, has done reality shows, will the audience accept? Did you feel that impacted your career?
I think a casting director would audition you to figure out if this is a good actor or not. I think reality contestants की ना एक image बन रखी है
बिल्कुल।
that इनको तो नहीं आता होगा और शायद तब नहीं आता था. I'll agree with that. There was no training that I went through. I'm an outsider, so my dad's from the army. Like there's no way we were in the creative arts from any side of the family. But I had to go through multiple workshops. I had to get ready to be here, and that took some time. So I was patient with it, and when I felt that I was ready, then I started auditioning properly.
What about you, Namrata?
No, I think for me, I'm not an influencer. I started out modeling. And again, even my family is not from the business at all. So it not like we had any kind of connections. I've not been in the limelight in that sense. I was modeling and very quickly realized that I wanted to act. As soon as I finished my studies, I trained for about 3-4 years, just doing non-stop workshops. Then I started auditioning for things. I got Guilty Minds, and then soon after that, I got this one. So I'm sort of just starting out. So I haven't really put myself out there in that sense. I know that that is how it's going to be, and it is scary to constantly have to put yourself out there, because now, unfortunately, social media and even acting and kind of making it in our industry do go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So it is something that I'm going to start getting used to now.
Fantastic. Since we're in that talking about that, Raveena, when you meet people who are I know for Namrata, like you've done more stuff, Namrata. This is really, really big, and you're starting off. Brings back to Rasha in our conversation. Hello. I mean, you must be a proud mom, and the paps are absolutely find her adoring, and they keep saying, oh, she's so well brought up, and kya Raveena ki chhavi hai, but she is.
Yeah.
Tell me, I know a little emotional also you must be feeling at time, because you are letting the world sort of know a part of you that you've really protected.
As in she was always a little on the creative side, always inclined. Yeah. You've seen her since she was born. She'll always be singing and dancing in front of the mirror and doing her thing. My son is equally the opposite. He's more academically inclined and not even seen any of my movies. Rasha's seen Andaz Apna Apna, and now she started watching more movies of mine. But my son has only watched, I think, Andaz Apna Apna and Dule Raja. But as far as both of them are concerned, I think it's they both have to make it on their own. They have a lot to do. They have to stand on their own feet. They have to do their own stuff. And I'll always be there to guide them right and wrong. But then the ultimate decision is theirs. And that's all I can say at the moment.
At the moment, drawing the line there. Are you excited for the debut? Which is obviously happening. Now everybody knows it's fine, Raveena. It's fine. Everyone knows it's
friends के
fine.
साथ काम ही नहीं करना चाहिए, सब कुछ तो जानते हैं.
But it's great. I mean, everyone knows in a good way.
Yeah, it is. She is. And I hope, that her performance is appreciated. And she's working hard towards it. So let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Well, talking about social media, and now I'm going to come back to Raveena after doing this. I had to quickly say, you put out a picture of the two of you in December.
Yeah.
and social media, there were assumptions that you guys are already dating. We are so happy that Rudrani is taking attention off me to them now.
Yeah.
She's like, thanks,
tumhari
babe.
bari.
है ना? Thanks, babe. I have 5 minutes of breather. But very interestingly, you put out a picture. Obviously, at that time, people didn't know. You'll have kept the cast. We know the who the cast of Karmma Calling is, what's happening. But that put the internet on fire. All of Varun's fans were like, "We are so happy for him. The new girl in his life." Varun, am I okay? Is this exaggerated in
But
any
he's
form?
blushing. He's become red.
I've
Why
put
the
You
cheeks
have
are
actually.
red?
Oh my
Suddenly
god.
red हो गया ना ये red क्यों हो गया तू इतना?
blush लगाया
तू
था
इतनी
मैंने।
अच्छी एक्टिंग कर लेता है कि मैं
Workshop का
I
कमाल
will
है
blush when I want to blush तो मैं
This
फूल
looks
डालूं।
natural to me.
workshop,
Yeah?
ना?
This
Okay,
looks
चलो,
natural.
ठीक है।
But before I come to Namrata, who I'm sure is already like, I have an answer to this, but Varun, we'll start with you with that blush, that wonderful blush that you
Yeah.
have.
I think my fans are really sweet. They just want to see me happy. They just want to see me happy. So they were like, oh wow, Namrata and me are very good friends. And I put that thing up because it was a good photo.
Sure.
Yeah, I
You look
didn't-
beautiful.
Yeah. That's my reason of putting the photo up.
So then you're disappointing the fans who say you're not dating, or na?
No, we're very good friends.
I like how for a moment he had in control and then he went like this. See, Namrata is more in control now. Let's see. Okay, what about you?
No, we met actually, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago in an acting workshop in Pondicherry.
How
We never spoke, but he was bunking
Karma.
classes and I was doing
Destiny.
I was doing the workshop. He wasn't. He was
I did, yeah. Guys, I did the workshop.
You know, he was
And
laughing.
so I had a very different impression of him because he just looked like one of those like cool kids in school who don't want to attend classes, and I was the nerd. But when we met through auditions and readings and all, like he's just such an easy person to get along with, and it's cute that his fans feel like I'm a nice girl. So it's flattering.
She looks happy, both of you together and
It's
stuff.
flattering.
But they don't know her personally. So.
Oh, so maybe they are saying that you have good choice and that's so mean. You should take away all the compliments you just given.
No, I think they have a long way to go. They have a lot to focus on their careers right now.
Such a
Let them be
such a Indrani
focused.
taking over the mom role.
Yeah, completely. They are actually really and it's not only them. We all
The
got
whole
along on the-
cast, yeah.
Yeah, if you'll see Devangshi and him together, or you'll see Devangshi and her, and you'll see all of us together, we are all kind of falling on each other. So it's not that good
I like
or it's
this
not
Mama
that
Bear.
bad.
Well done.
No, I'm
हम लोग
serious.
सच में एक परिवार हैं.
Now, 5 years later, 10 years later, now I don't know what will happen. But as far as now it's concerned, both of them have a long way to go. They've just started and they're really, really good. You'll see the show and you know what I'm talking about. So it's time to focus on your careers.
Yes.
Ooh, I love this
that.
Indrani move. But on that note, because you brought that up,
I'm
I know. That's why I kept laughing. But I said on that note, I want to know. I've watched the series, like I told you all, and it used to be one of my guilty pleasure shows because I used to love binging on it. It had the drama, spilling the tea, everything, and fantastic actors. This trailer too has all of that.
Has a lot of masala.
Has a lot of masala. And Raveena, who else does masala better than you? Tell me, content and masala.
Tell me
High
about
five.
it.
So I want to know if you all have watched this show. I want to know if either you wanted to stay away and completely give it like a turn, or I wanted to know whether you wanted to see, okay, let me just see how it is.
Yeah, Revenge, I've only seen the first season.
Revenge, yeah.
Because I didn't want to be, because then what happens is that character stays in your mind and
Exactly
you're
why I
playing
asked.
exactly that character.
Correct.
No, not Revenge. I haven't seen the whole show. I've only seen the first season.
I've been a fan of it. I've watched it as it was coming out when I was in school. So I've been a fan of the original and I've watched the original that time. When I signed the show, I did watch the first season again, but also we've adapted it for India.
Sure.
So it's very different. We've adapted it for our audience. The characters are like that now. While of course it's the same, it is an adaptation, so there are a lot of similarities, but we've modified it for our audience. So I don't think there was any scope for me to copy that performance or anything like that. I've just been a big fan of it.
So I saw the show with my two sisters, and I told them that I'm doing Karmma Calling. It's an adaptation. They're like, "You're playing Daniel Grayson?"
Yeah.
And I was very young when I saw
Very
it.
popular.
Yeah. I was very
But
young.
they look also similar.
They
I
look
mean, see the
something,
accent,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
that sweet, nice boy kind of thing. You know, you feel that like the baby brown eyes. You feel
Yeah.
बिचारा सा.
Instant crush
कुछ नहीं
qualities.
है बेचारा सा.
नहीं,
Yeah,
नहीं,
not
कुछ
at
नहीं
all.
है ये. बदमाश है, कान ला इधर वापस. तीसरी बार है उसके कान मोड़े मैंने.
But मैंने नहीं देखा उसके बाद when I got the show, because I was like, unintentionally I might end up copying it, which I didn't want to do.
A lot of
So,
actors, that is why
yeah.
don't watch the original.
Yeah.
But it'll be so much fun. Like I said, I've watched the original and I love it. I love the way it's been adapted. The trailer, like I said, spilling the tea and how. On that note, we're talking about deception, lies, faith, love, all of that, right? We'll play a very quick game to end it. Just to add some
Done.
flavor and fun, right?
Done.
This is how the game is. All three of them have to make 3 statements, out of which one statement will be true, the other 2 will be not true. The other 2 have to guess, whoever the
Okay.
person is, whether which statement is true or false. So it's pretty simple. You got it?
I'm
3
confused.
statements.
It's not fair. You know, it's not
I'll
fair
give an
because-
example.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
I
give it-
understood.
Yeah, I got it.
So you want 2 statements
Two
that are
which are false,
false?
and one true statement. We have to guess which could
Okay.
be the true one. See, everyone knows everything about me, so it's very difficult
That's
for
what
me
I'm
to
saying.
make up some lies.
कुछ तो होगा ना.
कुछ नहीं है यार.
But
पहले तो तू ही पकड़ लेगी.
नहीं. But I will not. Na, if you want, I will not. In their case, I'll try guessing. In
Okay,
yours,
chal,
I
you
won't.
start.
I'm still thinking.
Okay, oh yes, you know what? We'll
Okay,
give
I'll
I'll give it time. You want me to Namrata to start?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
2 lies.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you an example.
No, I got it. 2 lies.
No,
and-
but you mix it up between 3.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
tell us,
yeah.
oh, now I'm saying my 2 lies.
Yeah, yeah.
You
No,
can't
but
plan.
I would
not
say-
2.
Yeah.
You
okay.
basically please don't give Wikipedia facts that people will know. It'll be interesting for people who are trying to guess also.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, are you guessing?
I will also guess.
Okay, cool.
I'll also guess. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Raveena wouldn't want me to, but I have a feeling I'll fail here also. I'm not that great. So basically, pata karna hai, and you all have worked with each other now, so you all might
Done,
know
done,
each
ready.
other's.
Chalo.
All okay, Namrata, are you ready?
Yeah, I think
Let's
so.
go. Let's hear your 3 statements first.
Okay. So, I'm on a very strict diet right now. I'm a cat person, and I have run 3 half marathons in my life.
Okay, can I tell you?
Okay, go ahead.
She's
so,
a cat person.
so the only truth here is the cat
Is
person.
the truth?
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Raveena,
I'm
you
You
I
have
think
to
we
find out which one is the truth.
Yeah.
Truth. You've run 3 half marathons.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay,
What?
fine.
Fine, we give it to him.
That strict diet का
हाँ.
can't believe only, please.
So
यार,
people
उसको
obviously,
देखने
he'll
से
obviously
ऐसा-
know, na,
वो हवा
Raveena?
पे जीती
Yeah.
है.
He'll obviously know,
ये
na.
unfair है यार
Obviously.
game, unfair है.
Fine, okay, good one. But I like how she did exactly how this, with a straight face. When people give you hints,
Yeah,
don't
I'll
let
tell them na, because these Gen Z, these millennials don't know anything about me.
Let's see.
I
Okay.
rode a bike to college.
Mm.
I used to bite my nails. I hated cats when I was young.
Cats wala is false. Might be true.
Wait, let me also guess. You know, I'm
That's-
actually.
You
I-
used to bite your nails.
Let's
I
look
think
at her.
it's
Let's
true.
observe.
You were biting your nails.
You
that's
used
the
to
truth.
bite your nails is true, I think.
She's not.
I think.
You won't.
I think the cat thing is true.
Can't.
What's your toss?
I said the truth.
The
is that
nails?
you used to bite.
You?
Cat.
I think cat.
Cat?
Yeah.
Okay, only Namrata is right.
Shit.
How can she hit you?
No, because
I rode a jeep to college.
Huh.
I have always loved any kind of animal.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will not even kill a snake.
Which is why I thought purposefully she was trying to fool me or something.
Yeah, I did. Out of nervousness, I used to. That's why my nails don't grow only now. I keep putting that hardener. कुछ नहीं होता
Acha,
यार.
Raveena played well. You know, because she gives such a long gap, I thought purposefully she wants me to think like the. Chalo, I fell for it. Varun, you're the last one.
I was a great student because I went to the Delhi University. I have a twin. I literally eat burgers really often in my life.
So the truth ढूंढना है ना हमको.
You have a twin.
You will know.
अरे यार ये तो this is cheating यार. I was aiming at her.
नहीं but हम सबको ही guess करना था.
You have a twin?
You have a twin?
Nobody knew. Yeah. बहन है.
So you mean you were a bad student?
Fraternal,
twin,
not
yeah.
identical. हाँ, that's why because I'm pretty sure. अच्छा,
No, but
fraternal
he
तो
was,
है.
मतलब he was a, that means you were a bad student. तूने बोला मैं बड़ा अच्छा student.
हाँ,
मैं sports में
Bad
अच्छा था.
student और फिर तू बोलता है मैं देख कितना अच्छा बच्चा हूँ.
मैं sports में
That's
अच्छा
what,
था.
na, it's lies. So
Yeah,
he
lies.
very nicely said, I studied in DU, so I'm a good student. So I knew that's a lie. I was just confused about the last two. But obviously they'll get only, na?
Chalo, but well played, guys.
Well played.
Let's wrap this up.
Thank you so much. And all the very best to the whole team of Karmma Calling.
Thank you.
As usual, wonderful chatting. I want to keep it light, and it was so much fun knowing you guys better, and of course, Raveena.
So Karmma Calling coming on 26th
6th of
January
Okay.
on Disney Plus Hotstar. So please be there for us. We're definitely going to be there for you.
Fantastic. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
And
Always lots of love.
Thank you.
From Indrani to Rudrani.
Always.
Air kissing.
We're always going to be doing that. Thank you so much.